arrangement. Teachers, as educators, must be able to organize the environment physical class well. Through proper class setting, it will be create a conclusive learning atmosphere. Besides that, students will also get encouragement and stimulation to be more enthusiastic in following the process of learning. Structuring the physical environment of the class can be the form of structuring chairs, but in reality, that sitting arrangement that the teacher does is still not optimal. Seating arrangement is one of the supporting factors in achieving success in learning. The arrangement of the classroom environment. The right one affects the level of student involvement and participation in the learning process. Furthermore, it is known that the seat affects the time used by students to complete assigned job. The more precise the seating arrangement done by the teacher, the more time students use to do the tasks given to that student play an active role in the learning process. Proper seating arrangement, especially at group activities, will increase student activity and creativity in learning process, so that it will also affect the result of the student themselves. Spatial planning is based on the determination of student seating with a format that makes it easier for students to see their teachers. Usually, this is influenced by the number of students, usually in one class. Not too many students will make it easier for students to arrange tables and chairs, so that whenever students sit, they stay and pay attention to the teacher when teaching. It is different if the class is too crowded and there are many students. Usually, the student who sits in the back and corner will have a hard time looking at the teacher because it was closed by other students. Students who need enough space for them for place book and their stationery, so when they need something, they can easily find it. For example, when students need an eraser, they don't need to be confused to look it for, because they have no space to put the eraser on the table. Student seating formation also need to be changed. Change seating formation need to be done so that students do not get bored in class. Students need to get to know their friends more closely in one place so they are not bored studying. Students need to feel comfortable when in class, away from unpleasant odors, noise, too bright light, and others. This will affect children's concentration while studying. Seating arrangement is one of the efforts made by the teacher in managing the class. With good seating arrangement is expected to create conducive learning conditions and also fun for students. The proper arrangement of the classroom environment affects the level of involvement and participation of students in the learning process. Moreover, it is known that seating has an effect on the number of time students use to complete the assigned tasks given. According to Patin, 2012-37 suggests the sitting position of students does have an influence on their performance in class. Where are the students who sit in front, like it or not, have to pay attention to the teacher who is teaching, so that indirectly the student will easily absorb theory. In contrast to students sitting in the back, they have more chance not to pay attention to the teacher in the learning process. Seating arrangement consists of various types set by Silberman 2001-13. Point out Placement. Seating students who can be selected in the learning process. The following is an explanation of each type seating arrangement. First is letter U, second team pattern, third is circle, the fourth is conference table, five is traditional. Advantage and disadvantage of each type of arrangement or seating arrangement. Letter U, the advantage: teacher can reach all students so that learning can be maximized. So disadvantage: this condition is used for class whose sum not too many students. The second term pattern, team pattern. The advantage: allow teacher to interact with each team, group of students. The student can also discuss learning problems with student one group and can maximize learning activities well. Disadvantage: class conditions are usually crowded and the material summed cannot be summed directly maximum in such class condition. The next is circle. The advantage: this system can solve the problem group together with students which are many in number, can make easy problems that are considered heavy or difficult. Disadvantage: less effective learning in acceptance and assignment because students generally prefer to play. Conference table. The advantage: make it easy for problems that are considered heavy or difficult because it is discussed together. Disadvantage: can reduce the important role of student. The last is traditional. Advantage: student can be reached by side teacher. The class look tired, orderly and neat, and the teacher can supervise from the front. Disadvantage: teacher usually pay less attention to the student who are behind. Students who sit in the back can accept maximum lesson. Seating arrangement purpose. According to Hamid, 1026, the arrangement of the bench or sitting is done to fulfill our purpose learning, namely accessibility that make it easy for students to reach available learning tools or resource. Mobility can make students and teachers move from one section to another in the class. Interaction that facilitates communication between teacher, student, and between students. Variation of student who work that allows students to work individually, in pairs, or in groups.
Class structuring principle. Here are 4 basic principles that can be applied to organize the class set forth in the book John W. Sandrock. Firstly, reduce congestion in traffic areas. Disturbance can occur in frequently traveled areas. These areas include group study areas, student benches, teacher desk and location pencil storage, bookshelves, computer, and other locations. Next, make sure that you can easily see all the students. An important management task is to monitor students carefully. For that, you must be able to see all the students. Make sure there is a clear visibility from the teacher desk, location instructional, student desk, and all students. Do not let something is not visible. Next is teaching materials and student equipment should be easy to access. This will minimize preparation time and fireplace and reduce activity likes and distractions. Last one, make sure students can easily see all presentation in class. Decide where you and your students will be during class presentations. For this activity, students are not allowed to move chairs or stick his neck. To find out how well students can look from where they are, sit in their chairs.